Hello and welcome to the halftime report here on Bear Football, part of the Barroom Network. John Buffone alongside Aldo Gandia and Tyler Ellis. Chicago Bears keeping their playoff hopes and dreams alive, only trailing 7-3 at halftime to the New Orleans Saints. Plenty to go over through this first half. Some good, some bad. Let's just get quick reactions. Aldo, we'll go to you first.
Well, this is we said it before the game. You can't make mistakes against this team, and yet we've made plenty of mistakes, but we're still in this game 7-3. So I've got a good feel that we can win this game, a really good feel. I've said it all week long, but you've got to capitalize on those mistakes. The Javon Wims drop, the Cole Kmet penalty, and that was arguably not a penalty. And certain other plays that have sidetracked the Chicago Bears, but they've got this game within reach. Drew Brees is not Drew Brees, and so this defense is playing well, and that is without Roquan Smith, without Buster Screen, and without Jalen Johnson. So there's a lot of good things here, but you just can't make these mistakes. They're backbreakers. So we'll see what happens.
Gaines.
We're in a fight. We're in a fight. I honestly would I like what I'm seeing. I want to say from an overall team attitude, but honestly, from my taste, it's a playoff game. And when I see defensive players standing around and you see a dude that weighs 120 pounds not getting hit, I don't understand what's going on. There is no tomorrow. There's nobody that can help us get by next week. We have to win this game to move on. Are we here just to get some playoff money? Or do we want to win a football game, John? Aldo. And so Mitch, Mitch is in control. He did miss a David Montgomery dump off across the middle that instead of forcing some throws. But I just, what if we had if the offense was legit, I would how cool would this be? Because as much as our defense can bend but not break, we could easily be up. We could easily have two scores on the board. I mean, I just feel like the Bears have done enough to actually be leading this game if it wasn't for that touchdown drop. And so those are some quick reactions, but guys are flying around the ball. Guys are flying towards the ball. There's some tip drills. You see, Montateo, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? But the guy is showing some spunk by the team that drafted him. And so I'm a little wait and see right now.
Yeah, I get that. And the fact that the Bears are in it, this is the kind of game they wanted to slow things down. They wanted to win an ugly game. Whenever they were winning all those games early in the year, they were winning ugly. And we were fine with that. I'm fine with that if they win this ugly. But when you're a heavy dog on the road, on the playoff, in a playoff game, there are instances that you got to take advantage of. One, when you have a touchdown pass, you got to catch the ball. Wims dropping that ball is big. They got to get off the field whenever it's 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 9 on defense. Letting the Saints drives continue like that, they're going to be backbreakers. They dropped interception by Eddie Jackson. That's another one. They get a good turnover by John Jenkins. That was a good momentum shift. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty I thought was bogus. All Cole Kmet was doing was tossing the ball to the ref, and I guess they flagged him for it. But not converting on 4th down. Mitch ran out of bounds short of the stick. But he had some nice throws earlier in the game. There's just these little things that if you're a heavy dog on the road, you have to take advantage of, and they're not taking advantages of them. They are in the game. They're obviously in the game, but they're not taking advantage of these little things that if you're a heavy underdog, you need to take advantage of. So we got to see if the Saints figure out what they're doing. The Bears got to take advantage of these little instances, and they didn't do it in the first half. And you don't want that to come back and bite you in the ass in the second half. So we will see. What do you guys think about some of the offensive play calling so far? Because I think that's been a big thing I've seen on Twitter and in the chat room as we went on the air here. Aldo.
Yeah, I'm not terribly pleased with it. It wasn't until probably the middle of the second quarter before we saw a run on 1st down. And you got to feed David Montgomery, and you got to know when to feed him. You can't avoid feeding him on 1st down. Part of the problem I think that we had with having 3rd and long situations was because you weren't running the ball on 1st down. You got kind of predictable. You have an incomplete pass or pass for a yard or two, and then all of a sudden you're running the ball on 2nd down. And so it becomes a little predictable. I still think, though, that, that hasn't been the problem, the play calling. The problem is the execution, and the Javon Wims is the perfect example of that. That was an outstanding play call and a beautiful, beautiful pass by Mitchell Trubisky. The second pass, a beautiful pass in a row to Javon Wims. He came through with the first catch, but it seemed to me like he just lost concentration because he was ready to dance. He was ready to celebrate. He was ready to rub it in their face. And just one other thing off the topic of your question is they being the Bears, they've got to be cool with their tempers because they're getting a little mouthy and stuff. And you saw the Cole Kmet penalty. That was a result of him having some chit chat with these guys. These Saints guys, they love to get inside your head. Don't let them do that because you're really, really going to get into a lot of trouble that way.
John.
No, I was. You're right, and the fact that Javon Wims might have been thinking that he couldn't wait to rub it in the Saints' face. We know what happened with Javon Wims last time with the Saints. We saw him attempt to throw a punch, or he did throw a punch, and it was just a pathetic punch. But regardless, that we know the history there. So I'm not poo-pooing this entire team because they're in the game. They can win this game. If they can make this an ugly game, slow it down, make a few more plays on defense, put the offense in a good position, they can obviously pull out this victory. What I'm seeing so far in the first half is, though, they had a lot of opportunities to take advantage of some things, and they didn't do it. That touchdown is huge. If you're winning at halftime, plus you get the ball in the second half, that is huge. So I don't want to play a whole big coulda, shoulda, woulda until after the game is over. But I do want to. If we are talking about the first half, there were plenty of opportunities for them to really make their mark on this game, and they haven't necessarily done it yet because all they've managed to do is scrounge out a field goal off of that turnover. And we heard Matt Nagy say earlier that they want to score touchdowns. They don't want to score field goals, and that's why they went for it on fourth down. I didn't mind them going for it on fourth down. I don't know what really happened on that play. I know that I saw Mitch run out of bounds 2 yards short of the sticks, and I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I saw the angle got taken off of him. I don't know, dive or do something. I don't like running out of bounds prior to the sticks on fourth down, but there will be opportunities for them to win this ball game somewhere, whether it's in the third quarter, fourth quarter. There's going to be an opportunity for them to really to step in front of the Saints here because the Saints aren't doing that much to impress me either. I don't think they're playing a bunch of world beaters right now. I don't think Drew Brees is the Drew Brees that we're used to seeing. I think this is probably, as all reports are saying, his final playoff drive. This is as far as this is his last. This is going to be his last season. He's probably going to retire at the end of this season. So let's see if the Bears can get after him, cause a little bit, get him off his pedestal a little bit in the backfield. I think that there will be opportunities here, but they have to take advantage of it. Just because the opportunities are there doesn't mean they're going to take advantage of it. So we need to see them jump on those.
Yeah, for sure. And boy, you just wish Darnell Mooney would have been healthy. I mean, the guy has had 2 drops all season long, and so that would have been huge. And also the absence of Mooney has put a lot of focus on A-Rob. He's only had 2 targets in the first half, and that clearly is because there's not a lot of respect for Javon Wims. Javon Wims is probably going to see the ball again because he's going to be the open guy. When you have these multi-receiver sets, they're going to pay more attention to Anthony Miller, who had an excellent first game against the Saints back in November. They're obviously going to try to take A-Rob out of the game. And so we might get to a point where Mitch might have to try to force something to A-Rob to get him going. And so you just hope that he makes the right read, the right throw, so that only A-Rob can catch it. And hopefully A-Rob comes down with that key catch because we really, really need his offensive production. Without it, it's just a severe, severe uphill climb.
Gentlemen, one thing that take in consideration, when we talk about Drew Brees being his last run, they're talking about a Super Bowl team. They're talking about his last chance to win the Super Bowl. The Bears, we're happy to make the playoffs. They trying to win the Super Bowl. We know how the Saints got taken out last year unjustly and all these things. And so, hats off for the Saints. I mean, we're talking about one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league, top 5 running backs in the league. And so, with the Hall of Fame quarterback, the Bears are in this fight. The Saints are like, man, we can't take advantage of anything either. So, the Saints are going against the Bears, Akeem Hicks, coming up, showing up, yelling at Drew Brees in his face. So I don't want to say be quiet. I say be wary when the referees are around. But no, this is the game to show up. Guys are playing for contracts. Guys are playing for their future teams. And cue to Mr. Trubisky. And I'm happy what I see, but I'm not satisfied like John would say, because at the end of the day, showing up to the fight is not good enough. Let's punch him in the mouth. And but that being said, I'm just seeing Mr. Trubisky do what he can do. He can't do everything, but he has to take advantage and make sure get the first down. I don't care about excuses. I don't care about making people feel good in this. This is when they go home. Get the first down. I don't care how it's done. Get the first down. I like the play call from the aggressive front. I like Coach Nagy going forward on that 4th and down. Show some belief into your quarterback. We saw Lamar Jackson struggling mightily earlier today, down by over 10 points until they finally got it together. But so, like, we're in this game, but going against a Super Bowl caliber team that the Saints, can we handle their adjustments? They're going to get Kamara open eventually. And so will we be able to, this is why scoring on every possession, I think we're 0 for 6, 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Those things are going to come back and bite us if we don't start collecting these points, because you can't hope. But they're getting space. This dude Harris, number 11, he's getting open, and we're scared to tackle him. Like he made like 6 guys miss on the sideline. Eddie Jackson, why are you manned up if you're not even going to touch him? It don't make sense. You might as well give him a 10-yard cushion and then tackle him so he doesn't get any yards after the catch. Like execution. This is time for execution. I think we're doing a great job on their running game, which I'm very encouraged upon. And so if we can keep that going, I know we're about to kick off here. We're here right now. We got to make a play and punch. This is it. Bears fans, we're tuned in. We're glad for you guys joining us. Hey, yo, right now the Bears in the playoff. The next time we talk, we might not be. But let's enjoy this half. Aldo, John.
There you go.
Yeah.
He said it all. We'll be back immediately after the game, celebrating a Bears victory. Right, John?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Talk to you guys later. All righty, fellas.
All righty. That was a good run back by Patterson. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
False start penalty already.
First and penalty.
1st and 15. I'll send the new link, guys.
All right, gentlemen.
Sounds good. We'll see you at the game.
All right, bye.